Hello ladies and gents, this is Grav, I'm the Rev, and we finally reached the end game, levels 50 to 60, because you stop at 60, even though you keep earning experience just like in other games. 60 is the current level cap. And what we have on today, what we're wearing is our NK armor, which is the highest tiered armor that you can get, that they just nerfed. So they said that they didn't want in-game players running around killing things too easily, and it takes about four or five hits from something and you're dead. That's 62, 60. So they nerfed it good. We have our artifact sword +1, or a fancy move. Then of course we have the AR level 8, which is this nice gold shiny thing to match our armor. And then we have the SMG turbo, and this one I showed in the last episode, but it's incredibly difficult to go above where I am right now, and we'll show that. So let's go over here. As you can see, for melee, artifact sword is the top end sword. Now the armory here is a full level 6, which is what you have to do. Keep in mind, when it comes to your armor and your weapons, you have to upgrade an armory. So your home base, you want to upgrade that. Go to assault rifles. Currently the AR level 8 is the top one that I've been able to find. As you can see that I have built here. It takes day killer level 10. That took a lot of farming to get. Look at the NK stuff, and what you're going to have to do: irradiated hole, irradiated ore bar. You'll get that just from farming as you get into fighting guys in the 50s and 60s, a lot of tech guys. Now the night killer level 10, that's the hardest to come by. Most of it was waiting around for the, as you can, we've got a flying bug attack coming, but the night killer level 10, I had to wait for the night killer attack, because that's the only way I could get enough of the levels 60, 61, and 62 that you need to get, again, the NK armor. You'll see it's on all of it. So chest, helmet, and yes, it is a fire one, just because I thought, I like the look. I think that's cool looking, the way they do the fire in this for the helmets. Alright, so let's get into our submachine guns, SMGs. You can see here where we have the turbo. The turbo 2 takes that hadrian plasma, which you have to make yourself because it so rarely drops from bosses, and that takes a lot of farming of plasma and working your way through the whole thing. And then what I was talking about in the last video, sunstone level 9. I have yet to find it. We even hit a 43 in the last one. I farmed all those in-game dungeons, have gotten 0. So I don't know if this is a mistake on their part or a glitch, or if I'm doing something wrong. There's something I don't know if you're supposed to build a base on that last planet, once you get there, which I'm gonna show you guys. Build another thing and start doing more stargates from a base on the very high tier in planets is what you're supposed to do, but to try and get further out there to see if you can get more of the SMG or the sunstone. But who knows? Now multi-tools go all the way up to 9 and 10, and I currently have a 10. I don't have enough organic, so I'd show you guys more. But as you can see, you guys can see what the requirements are here as we go through. Took a while to make the jump from 5 to 6, but then boom, boom, boom. I got the Mark X, the 10th, the highest level one. I got that maybe in my mid 40s, late 40s. So it wasn't that hard to come across. Again, it's just organics. Oh, wait a minute, that's a Mark 11, isn't it? That's right, it's on the right side. So it goes up to Mark 11. Wow. Most things only go to level 6 or level 10. So, of course, we got our organic station. We're going to take some more of that. Keep filling it. Man, that eats up a lot of your wood. Anyways, so And just one more time with the plasma, I'll show you guys. This is the plasma that you need to get the weapons, the Hagedorn plasma. As you can see, you basically start with, you know, Aurora plasma, then it goes to the solar, magnetic, LHC, and then Hage. So you can see, also, whoops, the most important part of that is the artifact as well. So you, for just to make one, it takes 50 artifacts, and I tell you, I have not run across enough artifacts. That's why I haven't put them in a video, because they are so rare that they need to put a lot more in the world, and then they need to change the guardians, because what pops on it are the moon giant guardians, the ones that you fight on the moon, the ones that shake the ground. Well, you'll get anywhere from 3 to 5 of those, and I've built a strategy to be able to still get by it, but it's a question of finding them, and they are so rare to find. So now, man, those trees spawn fast right in my... Man, I just... Son of a... You let one day cycle go by, things go to shit. Alright, so in-game, highest planets you can do so far, Crom. Well, Kroom. I like thinking of it as Crom. You see 43 to 47, and I have found level 52 to 54 dungeons on that. So it does push you all the way to the very end. So hold on, folks. We'll be back, and I'll show you what Crom looks like. Alright, folks. We have made it to Crom. Crom. And you can see there's some different vegetation. We got Rasta's Beacon over there. And there was... You guys just missed because, well... It was too dark and I didn't really want to show it. There are a bunch of players here shooting off flares. It was cool looking. But anyway, so here we go. So this is what Crom looks like. And what you're going to find on these planets are just the same kind of dungeons and other such things that you're used to finding on the others. So we'll zip down here. 49... Head first. Alright. There shouldn't be anything that can kick my butt here. So we got a 46 to 48. And I know I saw some other ones. So we'll go drive around a little bit, and I'll talk about my final thoughts and such on the game. You know, I think when it comes to MMOs, you know, the PvP side of it, no thanks. I know that there's a lot of players that go on to that. That's where I made my first videos. And you know, you do all this work to get to build and upgrade your stuff, and it gets killed by other people. You know, and it's just BS. It's crap. You know, until the devs can fix, like, you know, where they can't destroy player housing, or, you know, and what comes along with that then with the player housing is stuff gets filled up because people abandon bases. Right, so there's a 46, 47. We're in a 47 to 50. So how you get around that is you put what's known as decay, and if people don't, you know, go to their base once every 10 days or something like that, then, you know, make it so that then it can be destroyed by other players, or, you know, at that point it should be able to be destroyed by the inhabitants, because you won't be putting any wood into any of your force shields to save anything, your nexuses. So there we go, 53 to 50, or 52 to 53. It's probably the highest. That's the highest I've been able to find so far. Let's take a quick look inside. Uh-oh. Well, it's an in-game dungeon. And unlike other enemies, you always get a little bit extra here for the tech hunters. So, someone was smart and was using this place to level, as you can see up there. We've got an armory right. Hey. Go ahead, I got my good armor on. Kick me. Aw, didn't do nothing, did it? That's right. See, so with the armor we currently have, the in-game armor, and this is an in-game dungeon, the only thing that's going to screw with you really is going to be if you get overwhelmed, or when you get to the end of the dungeon to fight and try and get your hands on the loot crates. So another fun thing they like doing is putting big gaps. I don't know how many times I've died because I'm just hauling butt to get to the the end so I can get my leveling done, and there's a big old gap. So that's something you definitely want to keep your eyes open for as we're driving through here. And this is how you do it, in the lower dungeons where your armor is going to be fine because stuff's going to be spawning on you. Not that difficult. Let's get that monocycle. Probably the thing I use the most in the game, bar none, is the monocycle. But it works for me, Everybody's different, and a lot of people like to fly. Okay, there we go. And these are always different. So let's see. Oh wow. Oh no, we're fine still. Okay. I was gonna say, is it? Oh, there's the loot crate. And then there's like one on this side too, I think. Oh no, just this asshole. And let's see, he is a 55, so it's in game here. You can see he barely does anything to me. Go ahead, hit me, dude. See? Barely anything. And these guys are known for hitting the hardest, so. Anybody else? Oh, there's another one. Okay, time to bring out the pets. Just to make this a little quicker. Oh, you hurt me so bad. But, there we go. Now you can see we're in the 200s like when we first walked in. 4 bots up, no problem. Who's your daddy and what does he do? Alright. But, once we go in here, we'll set off the big boys, so. Anyway, so like I said, I think they're doing a really good job. I think the devs are, it's obvious, this is a level 8, so they're still working on designs and putting in more things to the game. The game, of course, is early access, but if you're looking for a real solid MMO, that's a lot of fun to play, very addictive. I put almost 100 hours into this, and that's with 2 characters. The first one was about 20, so about 80 hours, but like I said, a lot of it was... Some of it was bugs that I had to do extra things because the damage guys here, they weren't working correctly for a little while, so you were only getting like, a quarter of what they currently do now. They fixed that, same with the harvesting, a lot of different things, that, and as you're going through, and you're getting all of your armor, sometimes, especially with me, I tend to be one of these people, I push my luck. I go as hard as I can, as deep as I can, trying to level as fast as I can so that I can get to the best weapons as quickly as possible. Okay, so what's going to come on? Oh, wow. Oh, there we go. And this is the other way to get the in-game night killer stuff, but you only get 1 at a time at the most. But he is following... this guy, so maybe we can... Oh, no. Oh, we got it. Yay! And we stunned him. Suck it, bitch. I'm out. Woohoo! And there we go. That's a fast, dirty way to get that loot crate. And you'll notice, and I'll pause real quick here. Oh. Can I do it on this side? No. Oh, there's a menu I know that you can do it on. And I can't remember what menu it was. Anyways. So like I was saying, it's a solid game. It's most fun when it comes to an MMO I've had in a long time, and this goes for all the free-to-play models that are out there. You can play by yourself. They have solo, and then multiplayer has PvP, and then they have PvE. This is the first game I can think of that has that actual solo mode, and it has those other modes. So, you know, these guys, the devs also at BitMonster, all of them are, you know, they've all worked for, they've all worked for big game development companies. So these guys know what they're doing. You know, the updates are regular, every few weeks. So it's a solid game. I mean, unless things change, as of when I'm making this, which is in the first part of May, then I would say, you know, if you're looking for something fun, and, you know, if you, one of the cool things when you look in all of the, this is leaderboards. Oh, I'm going to get this guy's stuff messed up, and I don't want to do that. Oh, you're a baby. Oh, boy. There we go. Anyways. I was saying, if you want to play the game, I definitely think it's a solid purchase. I mean, like I said, I've had a lot of fun. And, you know, as you go through, you'll see there are bugs and there's little things here and there. But, you know, overall, especially compared to the current state of AAA games, these guys are doing a fantastic job. My only concern is if you do pick this up, make sure you've got plenty of extra RAM on your computer. This thing likes to eat anywhere from 4 to 6 gigabytes of RAM. And, you know, it's because of the size of the worlds that they're generating. The bigger the world, the more it eats it. This is a smaller world, considered a smaller one, so it's only using about 3.5 right now. But that's one thing you will want to take in mind. Keep in mind, make sure you're not trying to run it, you know, with a 4 gigabyte system for your, if you've got a gaming PC. You don't want something that's got 6 to 10 or so on it, just so you can make it out in one piece and it doesn't choke out your computer. Boys are barring my exit, and I'm still getting. What'd we get? On the shotgun. Which is the one weapon I don't understand why it's in the game. You don't want to get close to anything on this. Most of this stuff, the way the everything's balanced, if you get close to it, and it's close to your level and it hits you, you're going to get your butt kicked. I mean, there's no easy, nice way about it. That's just what's going to happen. So, there we go. So, there you go. That is the very end game dungeon. My thoughts, as always, let me know what you guys think. If you play the game, you know, throw up in the comments. Tell me what you guys think, what they need to work on. These guys, like I said, they're very active. And, excuse me. One thing I've noticed is they like to give people credit. So every time, and you guys can see this on Steam, you go look at their patch notes, you'll see there are credits for all the bugs that gets fixed because of active players. And that's cool. That's what it means to be in early access, is to understand that there are bugs to a certain extent. Now, no one likes sloppy work, and I've seen plenty of just plain sloppy out there. These guys aren't sloppy. They're professional. You know, they put a good base game down, and now they're just putting things in, you know, NK armor. The higher end SMGs, you know, the level 10 Sunstone, you know, playing the whole game. That is the only thing I found that would be, you know, that needs to, at this point, work, is them rebalancing the armors, how much damage it does to you versus how much it doesn't. And then they need to make, you know, maybe, you know, in-game dungeons. And when I mean in-game dungeons, I mean everything starts at 60, goes like maybe up to 70, you know, where your armor will, you know, it'll keep you kind of alive. Not really. You've just got to be good. Take your time, or play with friends and get a whole bunch of you pounding in. You know, those are my, you know, that's what I think where the armor and the weapons should be balanced at, is at that very end, you know. And as you're working your way through the levels, you know, your level 30 armor you should be getting just at the beginning of level 30. You know, you should be getting level 30 armor bits and pieces and the stuff for it in your level 20 experience, so you're ready for the level 30, so you can go after and start working towards your level 40 armor You know what I mean? And keep things geared that way. You know, everybody has their own opinions. I'm an old WoW junkie, like I'm sure a lot of you are. So, this game is not anywhere as grindy as WoW or a lot of the MMO, RPG, multi whatever they have out there now. It's, you know, they've got the balancing just about right, I think, when it comes to the grinding and the finding of the elements. If you use all the tools that are available to you, which of course I'm talking about the pets. So, those are my thoughts. This has been a lot of fun. I will be doing updates, so when they put in new armor sets, if it doesn't take, you know, 30 to 40 hours to get the new armor set, then I shall, of course, be letting you guys know what's going on with the game through the full development cycle, which is what I like to do, especially when I put as much time as I have into a game like this. Like, of course, I'm doing with The Long Dark and 7 Days to Die and The Forest and some of the other ones on my channel. So, as always, I want to thank you guys so much for your continued support. Please keep hitting those likes and those shares. And if you have ideas, additional comments, or anything else, I do have a Reddit page, subreddit. It's TheRevPlays Gaming. Go in there. You guys can put up all kinds of stuff. As always, be nice. Trolls, of course, will be banned. Yada, yada, yada. That's Reddit. So as always, I'll see you next time if the gods don't get me first. Or the wife.